Hi, everyone, and welcome to Candace Speaks. Thank you for dropping in. Since you're here, can you subscribe to the station, to the channel? Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the notifications button. So when we go live, you'll be notified and you come live with me. Today, I just want to talk about Wendy Osefo, Real Housewives of Potomac, real quick. Because the disclaimer that came up at the end of the show on Sunday, as far as John Hopkins University not having any affiliation with this Bravo station, I'm gonna show it to you. That speaks volumes, and I'm so not surprised. Are y'all surprised? Because let me just say this: she's getting her karma right this minute. People seem to forget what Wendy was like when she first came on this show. She came on as Candace's friend, who was already rah-rah. And she came on just like Candace, and kind of worse because she was so brand new with it. She was so new in the space. Do y'all remember how she treated Ashley? They had gone on some getaway, and I think it was something that Monique had put together. Yeah, because her bird was there. Ashley was late. Ashley brought her baby with her. Wendy had a problem with that and went off. She went completely in, brand new, had never met Ashley before, I believe. I can't remember. And she was mad because she brought breast milk and left her brand new baby home, and Ashley came with her child. Now, do y'all remember how she used to go off on people? Do you remember when she tried to go off on Karen? See, she should take lessons from Karen. Do y'all remember they were all sitting there with Robin's hats? What's the name of her hats again? Embellished, something like that. They're all sitting there with Robin hats, and Karen had made a comment. Do y'all remember she had made a comment about Wendy? She was mocking Wendy and saying that she's a professor. And she said, a professor of what? And Wendy had a problem with that. But everything Wendy did, she had a big problem with it, even if it didn't require a big problem. Remember, she was just like super duper over the top. Y'all can't forget who she was when she first came on. And she called herself going in on Karen, talking about her 4 degrees, but how she don't brag about having 4 degrees. Everybody was like, girl, please. But she was, and how Karen don't have a degree, and you know who she was going in on. Honey, Karen sat there just as cool and calm and said, no, you're right. I don't have a degree and don't need one. I'm successful regardless. I just love how Karen handled. No, sweetheart, and I definitely understand the value of an education because my entire family's educated. And no matter what Karen said, she was trying. Wendy was trying her best. I was trying to find that clip because I kind of watched it last night, but it's okay because I want to talk about what happened just recently. I'm just trying to remind people because all these people are feeling bad for her. I'm trying to remind people of who Wendy is or who she was last year or last season or a couple of seasons ago with Monique. She didn't know Monique, but she sided with everybody else. No matter how much sense Monique would make, she was going to be on everybody's Candace's side. She was with the Green Eye Bandits' side. She didn't want to hear nothing from Monique. She's getting back what she put out. Because one thing about those Green Eye Bandits, they stick together. And then for some reason, everybody just kind of rolls with them. They just go with it, whatever they say, whether it's right or wrong. And I'm saying this because there's a part in here you're going to see where where Wendy addresses Giselle. Oh, now it's okay. It wasn't okay when Monique was fighting, but this is okay. Well, you need to be asking yourself that. Because Wendy had a problem with Monique fighting, but every time you turn around, Wendy be ready to fight. And I would always look at her and be like, girl, why are you so hostile? And I'm saying that, aggressive and hostile. I am so sick of people talking about colorisms and oh, you're saying it because she's a dark-skinned woman. That's a pretty woman. She's an educated woman, and I give her all the applause that she has done for herself. If I'm saying she's hostile because her behavior says that, let's just get that real clear. And I don't care who comes here with this because I think that's ridiculous. When you call somebody for what they are, it is what they are. Because if they showed it to you, it's just exactly that. Okay, so I just want to share a little clip of Sunday show. And let's just talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about it real quick. Let's see, can I get this going?
He got What's the beef? I don't have beef with men, so what's the beef?
Okay, let me just say this. Wendy, if you had stopped there, honey, you won. Mia was purposely antagonizing Wendy. She was looking for something. That's why she brought the whole Peter thing in it. And Peter gonna do what he does, and he's just showing up, getting his little checks. I guess his FaceTime or whatever. We know how Peter is. Peter will get involved in women's mess. But she's using Peter for a reason to mess with Wendy. Wendy, you have to know when not to engage. So just moving on. You won when you said, I don't have beef with men, so I don't even know what you're talking about. I would have left it at that, honey. Changed the conversation. Left her sitting there looking crazy. But you didn't. So moving on. Wait. Moving on. Let's do this.
Wendy, don't start it. Don't start what? I don't have that's my family. Don't start it.
What are you trying to do right now?
No.
You're doing too much. If he has beef, then he can call my husband.
Boom. Again. Wendy, you just won again, girl. You said about what? Wait a minute. You were straightening her out right then and there. If he got beef, let him go have beef with my husband. I don't have beef. So again, because can't you see she's messing with you? You should have shut her down right there, girl. You were good. You gotta know when to stop.
So apparently you guys are doing some type of deal, and he said that he sent you the contract, and he said that he ain't heard nothing back.
What's the status of your potential partnership with Peter?
Yes, actually, no, not to sign, but to review. Let me quote it correctly. Yes, he owes me something. Peter sent me over the first red line to the landlord.
So, okay, let me just say this. You owe nobody an explanation about that because it ain't their business. Wendy, you're winning. Like, you're winning, girl. I wouldn't even check my text messages.
I wanted to conduct a site visit on the place for the potential restaurant because I had not been. So I haven't heard from him since that text message.
You would think that you would let him know you were coming, right?
Is he not fucking man? What are you talking about?
What? He's opening up his opportunity for you to learn, study, and be a mentee.
That makes sense.
Y'all know we don't care what Giselle says because Giselle is not on Wendy's side. So no matter how right Wendy could possibly be, Giselle's not going to be in agreement. And then so neither is Robin. So honestly, Mia, you're really still not making any sense. Wendy, when you laughed about it, you should have kept laughing, girl, because it's not her business. It's just not.
Man, I let know that I'm coming into town as my husband. I don't owe him that. I don't owe him there is no
feelings in business.
Sweetie, maybe you talk to other men like that, but I don't do. I know what you're talking.
Wendy, you're winning. You just are. I mean, you could have said, well, thank you for your advice and kept it pushing or whatever. Yes, there are different kind of decorum that you would have when you're doing business with people. Personally, if I was possibly doing business with somebody and I'm going to be in their city, as Peter was saying, and in their town and in their restaurant, I might have called and said, hey, we about to come through. I mean, whatever. Not just because you build rapport with people that you're possibly doing some real business with. But you don't have to. Because again, I have a husband too. We do business together. You can talk to my husband. So she shouldn't. Okay, let's just keep watching.
Okay, I'm the only black female at the boardroom table.
No, I'm the only black female that's the professor of Johns Hopkins, and I'm the youngest professor of Johns Hopkins.
Okay, here we're talking about Johns Hopkins though now, because this is what this is all about. This is what this is all about. She's the only black female, I believe, or black female and youngest, a professor. She's an assistant professor, but still a professor at Johns Hopkins, such a prestigious university. And she worked hard to get where she is there. But why? Just why?
Why do you have to be a boss because I am a fucking boss? You understand that?
She doesn't even want to hear it.
No,
right?
because you're talking to me about a man that's not my husband. Why do I get in business? Why are you talking about your husband? So what does it have to do with marriage? Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me that. Maybe that's how you and your husband play. How me and my husband play. We don't play like that.
There we go. Now, let me just say this. Wendy, there were so many times you could have just quit and you were winning. Period. You're winning. There's nothing that she could have said to you. There should have been nothing. It's time to grow up, girl. It's time to grow up. It's time to be just confident in yourself and know that there's power in quiet. There's power in peace. There was no reason for me to throw that drink on her. But she did it. Okay, I have to say this. Wendy, you did good with that drink. Because as much as you talk and you don't know when to stop, you didn't jump up from that table and wail on her. You didn't do what you could have done. So I'm going to give you kudos for that. I'm going to give you kudos for not jumping out your seat and really losing it. Because you guys, you and Candace have a lot of mouth. See, mouth is something else. Y'all talked a lot. Just irritating. But no, because you actually jump out your chair a couple of times. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that too. Let's get to that. But I'm happy you didn't initially and just jump on this girl. She might have got another drink. You know, drink for drink. That's what they do on the Housewives, isn't it? Everybody throws drinks on each other. Maybe you could have just thrown a drink, but instead you kind of just kept going. So.
Wendy, and what the are you gonna do if I don't get out? What the are you going to do?
See now.
We are too hot to be acting like this.
Grown women.
Yeah. I'm TMZ right now.
She's so ratchet. Robin. We're not even talking about her today. Okay, so y'all know Wendy, like Candace, because Candace is actually doing better this year. They cut low. So now she's just going to be cutting low, whether it's true or not. See, this is where your ratchetness just shows up. Oh, that's when you get so disappointing.
Look at all that you work for, honey. Is it worth that? That you want to throw a drink? You're such a boss. What boss throws drink? It's not worth it. You thought I was gonna fight you? You're baiting and you're being antagonistic. If you don't want to fight, then stop. Also, you're telling me to stop, but she would drink on me, Robin.
Okay, let me just say, I do have to say something about Robin. Really, Robin? You know what? This is so sad with this thing with people using videotape when people are having arguments. Instead of sitting there and trying to de-escalate and break things up, you'll put it on video. It's like a joke. And then then Robin, you're basically antagonizing her, talking about if you're not gonna fight. Robin, were you looking for a fight? Did you want to see grown women with careers and families and husbands fighting, like literally fist fighting at a restaurant? What's wrong with this world? Y'all see, I get on one because we've all seen what's happening in Cabo, Mexico. And I'm not gonna talk about it here. But this is the society that we're in. People want to pull out phones and watch things happen instead of go and de-escalate them and separate them and save everybody. Just break it up. Even at a table with grown women and y'all all out together, well, this is it. Supposed to be friends. They use that term so loosely, it don't make any sense. Robin, really? Really, Robin? You just jumping every. I mean, I get where she's coming from in a sense, you know, like because Wendy, you're so quick to really act like you rock, tat, 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 like you really want to put your hands on somebody like that, girl. And you know, Wendy's only 38 years old. Did y'all know that? I didn't know that. She just seems older to me, but that just says you can see the work that she's put into this world, and she really displays herself when she is doing her work as a professor and as a political commentator. You got to respect her journey and her walk until she does this. This is when she loses all my respect. Because, girl, it's time to act like the woman that you are and that you're meant to be. Oh, God.
If you don't want to drink on me over Peter Thomas, because you know?
Oh, see?
That's why you do a drink on me. Wait. No. This is what we're not talking about. You do a drink on me because you're Peter. Somebody. Oh, God. the tea is real hot. You throw a drink on me over somebody.
She's still talking. And she's lying. Look at her.
But you're not what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Let her go. She ain't gonna do nothing. Let her go. Pray this outside. Something on you? She got on my hair.
I think that's enough, y'all. I think that, although I do want to get to the end, I don't know if I can get to the end. To the very end.
To the happiest place on earth, where you're happy.
It's enough because you just gotta do better, Wendy. You are a beautiful woman. You present so well. Look at this. Can y'all let me see? Trying to find this. I want you guys to see this picture of her. She's so pretty. And she's very smart. I realized that maybe a lot of her behavior is because she's younger. She is only, but you're young with 3 kids and a husband who is an attorney. You got to think about him too. You really do. You got to think about him and your family when you're presenting yourself to the world. Look how beautiful. This is a pretty woman. See, because I'm not here to bash you. I am here to try to uplift you and encourage you to do better. I don't care how beautiful a person can be on the outside. You see how pretty that picture. Let me see if I have another one too. Don't you just look beautiful and innocent here and just as pretty? And then what you see is all that craziness on Potomac. It's just time to do better. And then you're forever talking about your job with John Hopkins. You know that's your job. Did they fire you? Because I honestly felt, being a professional like as I am, and I don't care how much rat-tat-tat I used to be and could be when I was younger, I knew when and where to put it on. Literally. Because my jobs always mattered. My hard work mattered to me. Like there's no way, I don't care what TV show, I'm not doing it. Not for TV, not for no couple of dollars. No, use the platform for what it's meant for, to grow, to share good energy, to build your businesses, to show Black excellence, girl. But instead, because you have Black excellence, but instead you want to be rat-tat-tat. You want to exhibit what other people always, how they look at us anyway. Like we have no composure. We make no sense. Like we're hostile, angry, and aggressive. That we don't know how to act in public or anywhere else. You have so many opportunities to shut this down. Did John Hopkins let you go? Because I felt like they would eventually, because you couldn't be my professor, because I wouldn't have no respect for you. Because I feel like, you ever see her on TV? Oh, because I think you teach like ethics or something, some kind of Black ethics. But this is how you present yourself, girl. Can you do better? Did they let you go? Because that disclaimer, big as day, says that they have no affiliation with Housewives of Potomac. Hold on, it's a commercial. Let me see if I make it move.
Because this place has all the happy you never knew could exist. So you're a new kind of happy every time you visit. Welcome to your happiest place on earth. Only at the Disneyland Resort. Make every visit your happiest.
Hold on, this is a commercial, y'all, and they won't let me fast forward through it. I personally felt a long time ago. Wait, I could probably stop this. There we go. Good. I felt when she first came on with all that, and she's talking about her degrees and the jobs. Let me just say this again when it comes to Wendy, about Wendy. Wendy, you're on the platform of women. They don't have jobs. They have businesses. They're all entrepreneurs in their own right. Nobody is working for somebody else except for you and your husband. I mean, the husbands probably are, but I'm talking about the women. Wendy, you got to go check in. You have jobs, and they have, most jobs have some kind of moral clause to say how you have to present yourself when you represent them. So this is how you decide to show up on Potomac? Always willing to fight. You ain't done it yet, but you jump up and be ready to get up in somebody's face, and you're hollering, and your face be squint up. I be all shut. I can't do it. I can't do it. Did they fire you? Because that could be looked at it in different ways, but the way I see it is the only affiliation that John Hopkins has with Bravo and Potomac is you. It is you. So, did they fire you? I'll be curious to see. And if they don't, you gonna change? Have they suspended you? Are they talking to you? Somebody needs to talk to you. I saw on Twitter that your husband was kind of backing up your behavior, and I was kind of shocked because he's so calm. But I'm not, because he's down for his wife. But let me say, a man that's, when they down for you, they know how to tell you, address you with right and wrong too. Let me see.
Was any of it true?
I said,
Did
and
you
that's
see
why
it out?
if
Girl,
he-
what?
no, I said it out of anger, but there is a rumor. There's a rumor that she did. Listen, throw your drink at me, throw your purse at me.
You know, I really like Mia, but I don't like that.
You don't like what? The drink?
Physicality.
I don't like it either.
Not at all.
I can't sit there and let anybody talk about my family. Like, I just don't. I can't do it.
Mia was wrong, period, y'all. I'm just gonna say she was wrong. She started all that mess. She riled that girl up, but
Now, you know, Mia's my girl, right? I love Mia, but that was completely unnecessary. How's Mia doing? Is she's not doing well at all, rightly so. And
you see the green-eyed bandits, and look how Wendy's looking at him. They could care less about what's going on with Wendy because they're not dealing with Wendy, and this is how quick and easy they'll turn on somebody, whether the situation is right or wrong. They're gonna make Wendy wrong. Period. Look how Wendy's looking.
she's going to figure out her next couple of days.
Where are you going? I can leave because I'm not gonna hear Mia empathizers or somebody who is okay with violence now. But when Monique did it to Candace, she was against violence.
Girl, did you just say that? Really, Wendy? Weren't you a part of all that mess with Monique? Didn't you do the same thing that those girls are doing to you to Monique? This is what you call karma, honey. It's karma. You know what it's really called? Just do better. Just do better. Let me keep going. We're almost done, y'all.
I'm not here for hypocrites.
Did you see Ashley's face? Did you see Ashley's face when she said, "I'm not here for hypocrites"? She was like, "Huh?" You're like the biggest one. Oh God, you're like the biggest hypocrite.
Oh my God.
Boom. Wait a minute. Boom. Yeah. Can y'all see that disclaimer? The Johns Hopkins University has no involvement with the Real Housewives of Potomac. And there it is. Have they ever done that? Something's going on, y'all. They've gotten wind. Because they probably even watched no Real House of Potomac. They've gotten wind of their professor. Somebody turned her in. They said, look at this hot mess. I'm paying for my child to come here and paying this university all this money. And these are the type of professors you got up in here. This is how they present themselves on national TV. I'm telling you, something's going on, because this is how I would feel. I'm just being real with you as a parent, even as a student. If I was a student, you can be my teacher. because I think we're supposed to be fighting for to be presented better in this society as Black people. You're not presenting well, but you want to teach it. My child, I don't like getting her class because she shows violence on TV. She contradicts all the time, and she shows very hostile, aggressive behavior. What is she going to act like on that campus? Those are the kind of things you're going to question. Did she get fired? Because she is their affiliation. She says it all the time. They got tired of hearing that. They don't want to hear it. And a matter of fact, I wonder if she's been suspended or if she's been fired. Now, let's just say this. There was a point where she just was thinking about quitting because she was choosing TV. She choosing, and I'm not knocking her for that. Your hustle is your hustle. I'm just saying, can you present better? Oh my God. Your hustle is your hustle, but all this ignorance and violence and hostility and you just can't. People are saying, oh, you just being antagonized. You know what? People can antagonize you. And words do matter. I'm not going to say words because words are humongous weapons. But you still have to know how to handle them. You still have to maintain your composure. You still have to know how to respond in a dignified way and get your point across or not. They were so, in the very beginning, she was winning when she said, I don't beef with men, girl, gone. I would have been like, gone with that. And she could learn from Karen. She needs to pay attention to Karen because Karen cuts you and keeps going. She's not going to keep arguing with you. Karen starts singing happy birthday to herself. Hey, 59. Hey, 59. There was a point when she and Karen were going, and I think I said it earlier, and she was trying to get on Karen about not having an education, and Karen cut her to the core. She never raised her voice. She sat there and let her finish speaking as she told her, I don't have to, girl. I'm successful. I don't need it. She shut her down every time while she was over there hooping and hollering. Wendy is you. Period. I don't care what Mia was doing. And this is in life, y'all. It's how you respond to it. Never let them see you sweat. It's easier probably for me to say it now because, see, I've already gone through that. I did all that in my 20s, the rat tat tat. But when I became a professional, I'm going to school, I'm educating myself, I have a child. How do I want to represent myself? I'm buying property. People are looking at me in a different kind of way. They don't see this little girl, they see a professional coming. I'm getting that kind of respect. I chose to keep that kind, and I had a different respect for myself. And once you feel how great it feels, just feel good on the inside, and it put out like just good energy, you realize you don't have to go back and forth and be crazy and raggedy and ratchet and fight for everything. And I gotta win and I gotta have the last word. Because one thing I have to say about Robin, when she got up, and I don't know if I showed that part, we missed it, when Robin was like, okay, it's enough, because Wendy would not stop talking. I think Mia already left, and Wendy's just still going off, and they're like, okay, enough. You win, you win, you won. And then Wendy goes on, starts screaming, yeah, like a fool. She just sounds crazy. And Wendy, you're doing this on national TV. Stop. Stop. Please stop. Please stop. You are so much better than that. Because I'm going to say this too. I don't care how great a political commentator you are. Me seeing your behavior here, I want somebody else to take your spot. It's just a kind of respect for you have that when you want to listen to people giving you information and that's educating you and teaching you. I want you to actually be somebody that represents how people should be in society well. All people. I'm not saying we don't get angry. We do. We're normal. We're human beings. It's how you respond, though. And it is a practice. It's a practice. I need her to start practicing. Because even Candace is doing better, y'all. Even Candace is doing better. Did they fire you? I shouldn't smile at them. Let me not smile. Did they fire you, Wendy? And let me just say this. Even if they did let you go, it's not the end of the world. You did work hard for that, but honey, we have seasons in life. And I think you're in a new season in your life of entrepreneurship and loving on yourself. I look at your pictures. Oh, Wendy, you have the prettiest pictures. I want you to act the way you look. I want your inside to represent your outside. I want your outside to look like your inside. I need you to kind of bring those two together and keep on doing what you do as far as exploring what's next for Wendy and her family. Because Wendy, every time you go off like that and you talk about if you do put your hands on somebody, please don't forget when you're going through this, anybody out there right now, when you are going through being attacked verbally by somebody, before you decide you want to put your hands on somebody else or even go back and forth, think about your family. You got children at home. You have a whole husband who's an attorney at home. Think about yourself. I did all the years of education. I have all these bills from student loans. I have this great job that I worked hard for. People are calling me to be in speaking engagements and stuff like I need and all that kind of good stuff. I need to represent myself well. So therefore, a little ratchet girl over here who had a very hard life and you're used to fighting over and all this stuff, and you're just really trying to figure out a way to get at me because you don't like me. And I get it because I was mean to you last year, but get over it and let's move on. You need to talk to her like that. You need to move on. You don't have much to lose because it's your business and people are going to patronize you because there's franchises of them. But I still have a job to go to. And until Wendy's businesses actually take off to where she's really, I mean, I don't care where you are. You can be a better person. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how great your businesses are. Can you be a good person for the world and spread out some light, put out some good energy, learn how to deal with confrontation, like never let them see you sweat? Just listen to Karen. That's it, y'all. Please put your comments below. Do you think she's fired? Do you think she should be fired? What about her political commentary? Do you think they're looking at her too, Wendy? Do you think they're looking at her? Do you think she responds the way that says that she's a mature, responsible adult in a way that she would want her kids to mimic her one day? Because kids look at you. What do y'all think? Are you on Wendy's side? Are you on Wendy's side? I'm not, but I'm not on Mia's side either. Mia pushed something that was just not necessary, just for whatever, because she don't like Wendy. Wendy, you were winning. And I want to see you win because you work so hard in life to be great and to represent your family well, not just your children and your husband, but your family in Africa and whatever, your mama and all them. You're writing books. Stop tarnishing everything that you're doing. But y'all leave me some comments. Let me know what you think about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like the video. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications button. And I hope to see you again soon on Candace Speaks. And don't forget to smile. Shed some light on people. Think before you speak. Don't do it, Wendy. All right? Have a great day.